My good buddy joins us right now, one of the best attorneys around, Jonathan Bell from Bell Law Group. They're a labor and employment law firm. He's the founder of the Bell Law Group, of course, also. JB, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate it, brother.
No, John, are you kidding me? I love being on the show, even though after every time I'm on, I get more of these gray hairs. I didn't have any of these gray hairs before we started interviewing me. But these labor law violations that you're always telling me about, it's just making me grow more and more gray.
All right, well, right now I'm going to try to keep it straight for a little bit, and then I have been engaging in some behavior that I want to run by you, and you can tell me if I'm breaking any laws. But the new thing is, and me and you were talking about, in the beginning of the COVID, about how employers needed to understand what was happening with COVID to bring their employees back, and employees needed to understand their rights, and you're one of the best employment law guys around. I'm hearing a lot of people are calling their employees to come back to work, and they don't want to come back to work because of this, super bonus, unemployment. And now Trump says he's going to extend the PPP for 5 more weeks. Is this good or bad?
Well, I think it's great that they're extending the PPP. They're just generally making the terms a little easier for small businesses to comply with as far as turning that into the grant. I mean, there's $130 billion still available. I don't know what's with these small businesses that they're not applying. It's essentially free money to get your business off the ground and continue to operate. I mean, before it was required, you were required to spend 75% on payroll, and now you're only required to spend 60% and use the rest on allowable expenses. So it's a great program. It's still available. They did do what they were supposed to do for small businesses. John, I saw a statistic, over 65% of the loans were for under $50,000. So that's great. That means that small businesses are actually getting their money, and chances are it's going to be forgiven. So I'm surprised. And I know, John, me and you spoke about this early on. That first round went so quickly. And most people, they went to big businesses, and most small businesses weren't able to get it. The second round, I still can't believe there's money left over. But if you haven't applied, you have till August 8th, 2020. Get that application in and get that money. As far as the extra $600, that's going to end this month. So employers who are having trouble getting employees, after that is over, they'll probably be able to get the employees back. And I've seen some employees who've actually surprisingly have contacted me and said, I got kicked off unemployment. My employer told them that they offered me the job, and now they're not giving me unemployment. I'm saying, so what? That's what's supposed to happen.
Right,
so,
exactly.
I think that the government's a little bit overwhelmed, or else they would do that a little bit more. But you are running a chance that if you're not accepting the position and your employer advises the Department of Labor, you're going to get kicked off, and now you're not going to have a job or the unemployment.
Got it. So let me ask you this. Back when we were at the studio, I had pointed out to you that I was making some of my employees get my coffee in the morning and get my dry cleaning and stuff. And you said that was a complete and absolute no-no. Right? I mean, unless you're paying them extra or something like that. So I stopped doing that. Now, Jess, one of my producers who's working very hard during the COVID, I often ask her during liquid lunch to make me a fresh drink or fetch me a beer from the refrigerator or something. Is that, do I have any employment labor problems there or no?
I would recommend against it. And as the question's coming out, I think more is coming out. Maybe I'm losing. You're killing me. But let me tell you something. Nico has been begging me to take his case, and because I like you so much,
Nico is rounding up rounding up my former employees. They're trying to start a class action against me for being a dictator. Sometimes you could probably leave off the tater.
Well, listen, it's on video. You paid me that $1 retainer, so I'm conflicted out.
That's right. You can't take the case. I gave you the $1 retainer. I want to tell you about something I heard this morning and how it relates to this settlement we're going to talk to. I was with some folks this morning at my son's ball game, and they knew the Garner family. Eric Garner, who was unfortunately killed by a cop here in New York, his family got $9 million. And Some people that know them well say that Al Sharpton and some of their people got 60%, the lawyers got 60%, and the family got 30%, okay? Now, that sounds scurrilous, but me and you both know how that could happen. Harvey Weinstein victims now are set to receive part of a $19 million settlement. There were a lot of victims. There's $19 million. What do you think these people are actually going to get for all this pain and suffering?
This is, in my opinion, although it sounds like a lot of money, I hate the terms of this settlement. It has to, first of all, it has to be approved by the bankruptcy court in Delaware, and it has to be approved by the district court in New York because of the different claims going on. But I hate the settlement. There were 80 people that generally came out against Harvey Weinstein, 80 females that said that they were either sexually assaulted or harassed. Now, what this does is essentially it sets a client fund together, and there's no jury. You basically, each person goes in front of an arbitrator, and the award is limited to either $7,500 to $750,000. Now, you can't just say, okay, this sounds good, I opt in, and other people say I opt out. If this goes through, everybody is required to go through this. So it's really unfair. And a friend of mine who does what I do, Doug Wigdor, is representing a number of the people against Harvey Weinstein. And he made a great point. This is all insurance company money. Harvey Weinstein's not paying a nickel towards it. Harvey Weinstein doesn't even have to admit guilt. I mean, listen, if you have some people who voluntarily want to go forward with this process, fine. But there are other people that they want to get this story out there. They want to get in front of a jury. They want a jury to make a determination as to how much the pain and suffering was worth to them. And also, I think Harvey Weinstein should pay out of his own pocket.
Yep.
Given the severity of what happened, it's disgusting.
All right, we got to leave it there, JB. Thank you so much. Go check out the Bell Law Group if you got any issues with employment law at all. Jonathan Bell's the best around. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
You're the best, JT. Thanks a lot.
I'll see you soon. We'll see you right after this. Take a quick minute break. Come back with some more news of the day. Top of the hour.